Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So yesterday we started looking at the third group after the believers and the disbelievers were both plain in their belief and disbelief respectively. Then we looked at the hypocrites, who are duplicitous, who say they believe but in fact don't believe. They do iqrar bil lisan. They testify to faith with their mouths, but they don't do tasdiqun bil qalb. They've got no confirmation of that faith in their hearts. And we saw that according to the symptoms of the munafiqeen, these people are the munafiqeen, these are the hypocrites, and according to the symptoms which are described in the Holy Quran, of the munafiqeen, we can say in modern terminology that they have the personality, they're a type of sociopath, they have that personality disorder. The Holy Quran says, "Fi qulubihim maradun." They are mentally disturbed, but not in a way that they might be exempt from responsibility. But this says, sociopathy is not the type of mentally deranged person who can be, for instance, sectioned or you can be identified. They seem quite normal, and so by focusing on religion as the area, as the arena of the psychopathy, they have brought guilt upon themselves. We saw also yesterday that if one has a trait, a personality trait like that, one is able to channel it with good guidance and with a conscientious effort. One is able to challenge it, if not in an absolutely positive direction, but at least in a harmless sort of direction. But these hypocrites have channeled their personality disorder towards the detriment of Islam and the believers. So they are one of a couple of symptoms of which will be explained later in the Quran in greater detail, as we mentioned yesterday. A couple of the symptoms of these sociopaths, who are called hypocrites, were mentioned yesterday. One was their lying about their faith. A sociopath is a pathological liar. وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ لَا تُفْسِدُوا. And the second thing is always making excuses. And a whole surah, we mentioned yesterday that a whole surah of the Holy Quran, Surah al-Tawbah, has been devoted to the excuses that munafiqeen, hypocrites, make in order to justify themselves. So today we come on to another why they don't have true faith. What's the reason that they don't have true faith? وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ, when it is said unto them, آمِنُوا, believe, كَمَا آمَنَ النَّاسِ, like other people, like the true believers have believed, have true faith. قَالُوا أَنُؤْمِنُوا, should we believe? They say, should we believe? كَمَا آمَنَ السُّفَهَاء, like foolish people have believed. So they think it is foolish to put all your eggs in the basket of faith and have faith in things which nobody has seen. They don't have faith in the unseen. As we saw in the description of the believers, the first sign of believers, the first quality of believers is yu'minuna bil ghayb. They believe in the unseen. So the munafiqeen don't have belief in the unseen, in Allah. We've never seen Allah. We've never seen Qiyamah. We've never seen the books being revealed to the prophets. All the things that we believe in as Muslims, we've never seen. So they feel it is stupid. They feel it's stupid to believe in something and to work for something and to focus your life on something which is behind the veil of the unseen. So that's the basic problem with munafiqeen. Now they're not really saying this. They're not going to say to the believers. They'll make excuses to the believers, but they're probably saying this amongst themselves. That, you know, why should we believe like stupid people? But, you know, why was billah? You know, that because to them, to people with just worldly vision, to believe in something which is unseen and which is, you know, the reward for which is going to be coming in the hereafter, in eternity, in another world, that seems to them stupid because they've got just worldly, their materialistic ends in mind. Allah innahum humus they're the foolish ones. Be aware that they're the foolish ones. Walakin la ya'lamun, but they don't understand. They don't understand that the thing that they're ignoring is where perpetually they're going to end up, because this life is very short, and they're going to end up in that eternity, and then they're going to have nothing to show for themselves except for lies, which are going to be a liability. When they go to the believers, قَالُوا آمَنَّا, they say, we believe. So to the believers, they say they pretend to be good Muslims. وَإِذَا خَلَوْا إِلَىٰ شَيَاطِينِهِمْ, and when they go to their leaders, to their ringleaders. So who are these ringleaders of the munafiqeen? So basically they were playing a double game, the munafiqeen, between the Muslims and the Jewish religious establishment. Before the coming of Islam and before the coming of the Holy Prophet ﷺ to Medina, then the Jewish religious establishment had the religious leadership in Medina. And so they were looking. The munafiqeen were playing a waiting game and waiting to see who came out on top in this tussle for religious ascendancy in Medina, the Muslims or the Jewish establishment, which was well established already in Medina. So their shayatinihim are their ringleaders, one can say, as the leaders of the Jewish establishment, the main figures. One that's been mentioned is Ka'ab ibn Ashraf, mentioned by Abdullah ibn Abbas, who was a cousin of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and also one of the, one can say, the earliest commentator on the Holy Quran, and obviously being, you know, he was young when the Holy Prophet ﷺ passed away, but still he was a contemporary of his cousin, the Prophet of Islam. So he's identified several leaders of the Jewish establishment who these munafiqeen used to come to, and you can say they're like their handlers, their leaders. قَالُوا إِنَّا مَعَكُمْ, so when they go to their shayateen, to their leaders, to their ringleaders, قَالُوا إِنَّا مَعَكُمْ, they say, we're with you. إِنَّمَا نَحْنُ مُسْتَهْزِئُونَ, we're just playing games with the Muslims. Allah yastahzi'u bihim, but it's a very dangerous game which they're bound to lose out on, because Allah is also playing games with them. وَيَمُدُّهُمْ, and He is extending them فِي طُغْيَانِهِمْ, in their transgression, in their waywardness. يَعْمَهُونَ, and they're walking around astonished, so they're walking around astonished in a daze. So they're being extended because they think they're onto a good thing. They think that they're going to, you know, that they're waiting to see who's going to be the winner in this game. So why were the Jews, and the basic reason why the Jews have indicated here, the stalwarts of the Jewish establishment who felt threatened by a prophet from the Bani Israel, or from the Bani Ismail. So there's two wings, there's two branches of the family of Abraham. One is the family of Ishaq, who was also known as Israel, so the Bani Israel, were the children of Israel, and then Ismail, who was the son of Ibrahim alayhi salam, and the other son of Ismail alayhi salam, and the son of Ishaq alayhi salam, Yaqub alayhi salam, was the progenitor of the children of Israel, and so he was the grandson. Yaqub was the grandson of Abraham, and the son of Ibrahim alayhi salam, the other son of Ismail alayhi salam, besides Isaac, was Ismail alayhi salam, Ishmael, and so the Jewish establishment felt threatened. The Bani Ishmael were always outcasts and considered outcasts by the Banu Ismail. Between Ismail and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, all the prophets in that line were from the Banu Ismail. So one can can imagine that thousands of years of prophethood had been in their families. So this sudden upstart from the Banu Ismail, the Jewish establishment felt threatened by the coming of this prophet from the former outcasts, the Banu Ishmael. So that's the reason why the Jewish establishment were wary of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ulaika allazina, they are the ones, these ones, referring here to the munafiqeen, the hypocrites, who are playing this double game between the prophet of the Banu Ismail and the Jewish religious establishment, who are the heirs to the spiritual, the religious tradition of the Israelites. These are the ones, these munafiqeen are the ones who have taken dalala, have taken transgression bil huda instead of guidance. They have accepted transgression instead of guidance. Fama rabihat tijaratuhum, that's not a good exchange, that's not a good trade that they're doing. Wama kanu muhtadin, and they were not rightly guided. Wa akhiru dawana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.